Hey guys, John here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And this episode is actually going to be an introduction to a new series I'm doing called Reliving Old Worlds. This is a creative world that was essentially born out of destruction. You see this bedrock contraption, pillar, horizontal, I don't know what you would call it. Basically this is the reason everything was here, and if you also notice, it's kind of in the middle of all of this blasting zone. Right down through there used to be a bunch of TNT, and I actually have really crappy, but I still have video of this. My friend challenged me to make a 30 by 30 cube of TNT. I said, okay, and did it. And it was interesting. Lay down a dynamite. Scoot back. No turning back. And basically, after the aftermath of that was just, oh my gosh, I could not believe it. I started building and branching off of that, and this is one of my really old, yeah, that's a sign that things are extremely old when the doors act weird. This is a really old place that I started building in creative on, and I was getting into Rails. I still don't know a ton about it, but this is just all a creative world, and I really like it still, actually, but I can definitely do better. This goes all the way up to the previous world height of, what was it, 128, and yeah, not too much impressive stuff there, but the rails went nearly everywhere, and right here was kind of a fail-safe, so if something came back that way, it would get stuck there instead of keep going in the cycle backwards. And then over here, wait, is that a testificate? I actually don't know how he got down there. Oh yeah, some of this stuff I'm just now starting to recall. I started building a manual testificate village here in an ice-covered biome, I might add. That was a terrible idea. I actually think everything is turning to ice now because I converted it. I just realized that. No. And here was an interesting mess around. This is when I started getting into world edit. I cleared out an entire area filled with air, and then I went up there and I replaced a few layers with wood or whatever else, lit it on fire, watched it spread, etc. It was interesting. And then if we go over this way, I also realized my render distance is on short, but I enjoy frames. This world takes a lot out of it. Here you have a mining area that I made, and it goes all the way into a cave system. Not entirely sure why I made it. I'm on creative, but I guess it was for aesthetics. Okay. And then it links over to what I built up on my house. And you can see down there, I will show you that first. That is a little strip of underwater area. And actually I can show you this on the way down there. This is a pool area I created, and yeah, it's just glowstone, glass, water, all one deep. I like it. Go this way, and boom, you're underneath the water. This is my first underwater place that I've done, and it was a pain. And it opens right up into a ravine. I find that pretty cool. And let's see, what did I put in here? I forgot. Arrows and bones. I feel like there was a skeleton spawner somewhere around here. I mean, if that's all that's in there, it would make sense. If we go all the way down, we can start from the bottom up. You should have nether portals on each side. Not entirely sure if I did anything with the nether, but after we do the overworld, I may go pop in there, and if anything happens, I'll tell you guys. This is a little underground walkway that goes over to that NPC village, and this way, yeah, that way goes to the village, that way goes to what I called the Abyss. This was the World Edit Nothing There version. So it's more just like blank space. And okay, let's head on back to the actual house and let's see what else is going up on there. And yeah, underwater. I seem to like that theme. And yeah, ladders. I don't know how those work too well. And it's kind of weird. Over this way is an area that I went to, and I found a pretty good area that looks like, hey, I could very well easily box this in. So I did. And I just put glass around it and got decorative with it. And up here, I believe, yes, up here is a closed off area to the outside, and this was actually supposed to be a mob spawner showcase room or something. Like mobs would stay in here and I could like view them whenever. This was before I knew mobs despawned, and so like I come back and like there were just 2 wolves here. I'm like, what happened? So that's what happened. I don't care for it, and I just kind of buried it up like it's not there. This is when I was just messing around with colors and blocks, and I'm like, ooh, this kind of looks cool. I still don't like the lapis texture very much. I'm not entirely sure why I put it in here, though. I guess it's because it's an ore found at the depths with the rest. This is my main room. This is the room that I mainly just hang out with, sleep, have my spawn at. Nothing in there. I don't know why I thought there would be. And yeah, that's basically where that is. And this way we have a room that is just kind of glass room. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a minecart launching room, and we can go on that ride here in a little bit, but let me check out this up here first. And up here is basically a mountain. It's on the top of a mountain, and it is my farm, and the chicken found a way to get out. You smart little sly guy. And then we hop on out here, and you have this used to be the world height, I believe. I don't think you could have built higher than this. And which reminds me, how did those leaves get higher than that? I don't know. Basically, this is just a farm area. It's a farm on top of a mountain. And then here is a little area that I thought could also be coated in glass fairly well, and never did anything with it. Still don't know why I did it. It just seems kind of pointless to me right now, and I wasn't entirely sure why I did it in the first place, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's go on that minecart journey I told you about. Where are the minecarts? I'm bad at creative menus. Can't wait for the 1.3 menu to get here, though. That'll make things quite a bit easier, I have to say. And yeah, just a little overview of what this looks like. And over here is actually a way that goes really, really far, I gotta say. And also, this is a launching station that goes to the old house. So if I wanted to go that way instead of flying for some reason, let's pop on down here. I really don't care about the glass too much. I'm terrible with those. In case it comes back. That is when I was starting to mess with spheres in MC Edit, and I was stupid with them. And that was actually the base or the top, I forget which, of one of the giant explosions that I made. And ooh, this was another one. I encased all of the outside of the TNT except the insides with it. So this is what one of the massive explosions was, and it was all directed downwards. Didn't leave much significance to it. It still exploded a lot. This was just something I was messing around with, and yeah, screwing around with making spheres on MC. And this is also another sphere that I just messed up with. Not entirely sure why to this day this didn't work. Like when I put in the glass, it had a bunch of holes in it, and don't ask me why I started pouring lava in it. I don't remember. I I just completely coated it, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to coat it in lava, but no. And here I started to get into one of my favorite things right now in Minecraft, redstone. This is like one of the first testing grounds I've ever done with TNT and pistons, and I just destroyed that. Aha. This diamond sphere right here is, well, yeah, still is. It is a giant mob room. Right now I'm on peaceful, so nothing hostile is going to spawn. But believe me when I say, this place used to be crawling with everything. Everything except the nether mobs. So I wonder how many are going to spawn if I just go on easy. Okay, yeah, clumps of spiders, and let's fly so the fog covers them all and I can see every single one of them. Just a lot of spiders and endermen right now, really. I don't care much for mobs though, so I'm gonna turn them off. Let's just fly out the top here. And then pop on over here to the rail that we were at. And we can start hopping down this rail. And yeah, I was just like riding a rail and just holding down cows. And just holding down the destroy key. I forget. Left or right? Get in the cart! Please. Oh my gosh. I'm bad with minecarts. Just in general, if I don't have a launch station, I can't really get them going too well. I'm pretty sure this used to be forest region, but I burned it down. Like, obviously it's a swamp. Oh, and now we're getting close, I believe, to one of the biggest mistakes I've made yet in Minecraft. It is near the swampland, and when it starts coming in, you're going to see those frames drop like massively crazy. And that is mainly because I made a sphere in MC Edit, but with mob spawners. That is not a good idea to ever do. Your frames will hate you for it. And yeah, I'm getting 5, 6, maybe 4. Yeah, this is just miserable right now. Let's cut to when we're actually near it or somewhere else. Okay, over here, gosh, the frame rate's still being affected by the spawner. Here's the first place that I started messing around with mobs, and I found a skeleton mob spawner because I destroyed a block, all the sand poured in, and that's where I first learned how mob spawners worked and all that stuff. I think that just goes to the void. I believe I was trying to trick creepers and all of those into walking in there, so let's just move on so we can get another area of this covered out, because the next area that is significant would be a NPC village, more specifically my first NPC village I have ever seen. Before I see this village, I've never seen a village before. Like, I even dedicated a vlog to it. It was so important for that day. And currently I don't treat them well. I have encased them in glass from the outside world. This is kind of awkward, and they should be right there. The only way I think they can get out is that nether portal, and basically they can just run around in there if they please, but they can't escape. And yeah, I just realized, no blacksmith. And keep going down the rail, and we're gonna start seeing just a lot of scenery, because I don't actually build along these, but I had this go for a long time. And there is one docking station along here. I just realized there's no turn there. Why, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Let's go ahead and cut to the station. Okay, here we are, finally. How long has that been? 5 seconds for you. Here is basically just a little docking station I made because I'm like, holy crap, that is a long journey. So I went ahead and built this for fun. Never really used it. And this way we actually have the fire. Fire's been spreading in the trees on the way here, and some chunks that have not been loaded since this place got converted are just now loading. I don't believe there's anything this way, but I could be wrong. In fact, I think I'm not. I think the rail just goes over this way to a second NPC village, my second NPC. And yep, there we are. And basically that rail goes for a long time, doesn't stop until it hits water and falls into the void because I built a stairway down. And yeah, it's not all that fascinating. It's just a really long rail ride. So what's one of the few things that we have left? Hey, I nearly beat the cart here. What's one of the few things we have left still? The Nether. Okay, here we are, finally. The Nether. Down here, yeah, messing around with water in the Nether in a giant pool of lava. And I believe I was working with TNT here. That's the only thing I can deduce it might have been. Okay, the portal spawned in a pretty bad location. Fortunately for me, I was on creative, so I just built a giant train track, and I will not subject you to that because I am fairly bored of train tracks myself. But basically this just goes different places. It's like a tour around the Nether in here, and honestly it's just a lot of train tracks. There's nothing really to see, and I can spot a bunch of TNT craters. So maybe this wasn't on a no platform place. Maybe it was blown up. I honestly don't really remember. I might go with... Why is there ice? Oh, I was melting it. I was like, why is there ice in the Nether? I don't understand. Well guys, that about does it for this episode of Reliving Past Minecrafts, and I will see you guys next time for another episode of Minecraft. I'll see you guys tomorrow.